All right, how's it going, everyone? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to use Sniper Entry Pro the proper way. Now, the reason I say the proper way is because you have to look for a few things to line up to make sure that this entry is optimal. Now, obviously in the settings, we have a bunch of filters that you can toggle on and off depending on your trading style and strategy, which we're going to get into a little bit. But there's one main way that I like to trade Sniper Entry Pro, and I'm actually going to show you guys live setups at the moment too. So I'm going to go through some setups that I just posted inside the Sniper Den category. It's part of our daily setups where we post 3 to 5 setups per day. So you guys will see in real time exactly what I like to look for and kind of my reasoning behind. Now, if you'd like this indicator for yourself, click the second link in the description below. This works very well in confluence with the EzAlgo support and resistance zones, which is something else I'll get into. But if you don't have EzAlgo, that's fine. You just have to identify these levels manually for yourself if you're going to use support and resistance as a confluence. Now, there's a few different ways that people like to trade the 1-2 setup. The Sniper Entry Pro is based off of the 1-2 setup. So the 1-2 setup is part of the Elliott wave formation. It is the initial move up, right? Or the A wave, and then this would be the B wave back into our point of interest. And then finally, you'd get that third leg up. So you're continuing the trend. So this is trend continuation, right? So I'll do TC. So trend continuation. This is the way that I like to use Sniper Entry Pro V2. This is where I found the best results, all right? It's very easy to spot. There's tons of setups per day using this method of trend continuation. Now, it's very important when you're using Sniper Entry Pro for trend continuation, you need a higher time frame bias, right? A higher time frame bias. Now, I'm not one to really go on 3-4 different time frames and try to find out a bias, all right? It's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. If I see that price is trending upwards, making clear higher highs on a slightly higher time frame, maybe a 2 to 4 hour time frame, then to me that would be a high time frame bias of bullish. You could also use the trend dashboard in EzAlgo, but it's very simple to find out what the higher time frame bias is. Essentially, you're either looking for an uptrend or a downtrend. Now, when price is ranging, you don't want to use the trend continuation. You're going to use the second method of using Sniper Entry Pro, which I will get into in 1 second. Now, keep in mind, I'm obviously making the examples a lot simpler than they're going to be in live price action, right? It's not going to be a straight line up and a straight line down. It will most likely be something like this, where you have that first wave, something like this for your second wave down, into that point of interest for that final wave up. Now, your point of interest is essentially a key level. Your point of interest could be made up of a lot of things. Some people will use fair value gaps. Some people will use order blocks. Some people like myself would use a key support or resistance level, point of control, etc. So there's so many different point of interests. How do you know which one to use? Well, that's where Sniper Entry Pro comes in handy. Sniper Entry Pro is based off of fib levels. Now, fib levels, in my opinion, is the greatest point of interest, right? When you have your other confluences lined up. And the reasoning being is that it's very mechanical. It's a very mechanical way of trading. If your entry model is always entering via Sniper Entry Pro, your entry is always going to be the same. So it removes a lot of variables that using other point of interest can really mess you up, right? Because let's say your point of interest is an order block, right? So when you're trading the 1-2 setup, your point of interest would be an order block down here, maybe below the 786 fib level, right? But then on your next trade, the order block might be at the 618 level. So that's not congruent with each other. Each entry model is slightly different if you're trading off of order blocks, which is okay if that's your strategy. However, personally, I prefer a more mechanical way of trading. I like to enter on the same level every single trade. Makes it very simple. Obviously, I still need other confluences in mind, but that is the way that Sniper Entry Pro is designed. So you're always going to enter in that key fib zone, which would be somewhere around here. Now, it is very important, right, when you're trading with the trend continuation, that price is making higher highs and higher lows, right? So this is something else I want to cover very briefly, is the market structure shift. This is also a filter on the Sniper Entry Pro, is the structure filter. So essentially, you want to see price breaking those previous highs, right? And usually there's going to be an EzAlgo support zone right there. And you want that lining up with your Sniper Entry zone. Now, this is the trade model that I like the best, right? Because we have all the confluences. We have the Sniper Entry zone right here. We have the breakout and retest into this support zone, which was previous resistance. Now, it's even better if there's previous price action here. So maybe in the past, if price was rejecting from this level, it acted as support, right? Broke that support, acted as resistance. You can see price has tapped this level maybe 3-4 times in the past. That is called price history. So we know that this level has a lot of price history or a lot of taps around this level, letting us know that there are buyers in this general area after we've closed above. We also need to see displacement, right? Multiple bullish or bearish candles in a row creating fair value gaps. It's very important that you see displacement as well. And a lot of the time you'll have a parallel channel or trend line confluence as well when you're trading this method. So this is the trend continuation method. All right. It's very simple. It's actually very simple in practice. And the reason I say it's simple is because since we've been posting setups in the Sniper Den, I think more than 80% win rate. We've only lost a few if you actually go back, and majority of them are hitting TP2. So definitely a very high profit factor using this method. So again, let's mark out all of these steps, right? So trend continuation, this to me is easy mode, right? This is easy mode. If you're going to trade with the sniper entry indicator, this is what I would start out with, right? The trend continuation. So what do you need to see, right? You need to see your high time frame bias, or at least confirm price is in an uptrend, all right? Doesn't mean everything has to be pointing bullish, but confirm price is in an uptrend, right? Higher highs and higher lows. All right, step one, high time frame bias. Again, you don't have to go to a weekly, monthly, daily. Just confirm that price is in an uptrend. All right, not super advanced. All right, so that's step one. Number two, right, we want to see that break of structure to the upside, right, creating higher highs, right, to continue the trend. So that's step two. We can do break of structure, market structure shift. All right, in this case, it would be a break of structure because it's following the trend, right? Break of structure. Third, we need to see displacement. Right, so displacement would be multiple bullish or bearish candles in a row, leaving behind fair value gap. So we can just do fair value gap. Now, preferably, you'd like to see the fair value gap under the 0.5, so under the mid-range, right? Or even overlapping the sniper entry zone for even more confluence. So if this is the one move up, displacement doesn't mean a fair value gap right here at the top before the drop, right? You want to see the displacement near the bottom of the move, right? Somewhere around here, because that tells you that buyers were in this area and push the price up. So when we get another retrace into that sniper entry zone, we can expect that move up once again. All right, and then number four, we want to see some SR confluence. All right, preferably I like to see 2 hour plus. So anywhere from 2 to 6 hour support zone. I like to trade with Sniper Entry Pro on the 2 hour and above time frame. There are intraday trades on the 15 to 30 minute time frame, but for the highest probability trades, you want to use higher time frames. So if you see you have a support or resistance zone overlapping the sniper entry zone. So keep in mind that's overlapping the sniper entry zone. That is another piece of confluence. Also, be sure to look for price history. Look for a respected level. If price has respected this level multiple times in the past, it's more likely to react from this level once again. All right, step 5, look for easy oscillator confluence. Now, it doesn't have to be easy oscillator. That is part of the EzAlgo bundle. I also do like Fu Manchu Cypher B, which is a free indicator for oscillator that can be another added confluence. I like to see the oscillator in that oversold zone as price is approaching that sniper entry zone. So again, another piece of confluence. Last but not least, you're going to enter the trade targeting the highs to continue the trend. So that's the trend continuation. Now let's look at some examples using this method. All right, here is a setup I posted in the Sniper Den this morning, and this is on SUI USDT. I posted the setup on the 2 hour time frame. This is an absolutely beautiful setup, right? If we go step by step, we can see that the higher time frame bias is bullish. In fact, we closed above the external liquidity, which is a little bit more advanced, but this is the major swing high that we needed to close above, which we did. And also you can see that price is in a clear uptrend, right? So I'm not going to the daily time frame to confirm the uptrend, although clearly this isn't an uptrend, right? So I've already confirmed the trend. And then step 2, obviously, is wait for that break of structure. Here we can see we have this break of structure to the upside. Turn on the structure filter and trend filter on the Sniper Entry Pro V2. You will also see that this zone is still there because it incorporates all of this into this entry right here. So again, we have that break of structure to the upside. Step number 3 is displacement, right? We see we have this very large fair value gap, very obvious fair value gap, showing that there are buyers at this level. We also have that support confluence, right? Look how many times price has respected this general area, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times it acted as resistance, and now we've seen a strong move up. So I'll be looking for price to retest this level, which would also be a breakout and retest. We also have that parallel channel confluence, and we have that sniper entry zone. We also have some order blocks here. So there's a ton of different ways that you can incorporate your own confluences into Sniper Entry Pro. But to me, this would be an optimal setup, and this is one I posted in the Discord today. So again, you would enter your position right here. First entry here, your DCA entry, and then your stop loss down at this swing low. And you'd be targeting the highs to continue the trend, maybe even leaving a few runners to continue even higher. So that is how to use the trend continuation method. I'll find one more example from the Discord today. All right, here is an example on a Forex pair. So we are in a clear downtrend. We've had that market structure shift, losing these lows and closing below, right? So now we're not seeing higher highs anymore. We're seeing lower highs and lower lows. We also see that strong move down from this recent high right here with displacement. You can see multiple bearish candles leaving behind a fair value gap. Again, another break of structure right here. Price is going down. So now price is coming up to retest the zone. We also have that 2-hour resistance confluence. Again, look at the price history, right? How many times do I talk about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times it acted as support. Then we failed into resistance, 7, 8. Failed it once again, 9. So this is a very respected level, and that is overlapping perfectly with our sniper entry zone. So that would be a key level that we're looking to take a trade at. All of our confluences are met. We also have a liquidity confluence here, swing point right here, which I can see us coming up, grabbing this liquidity right at our second entry, and then continuing down. We also have that bearish trend line. So this is how you can stack all of EzAlgo's confluences, having a bias, finding your key level, looking for your confluences, and then executing. So this is a great short example on a Forex pair. Again, all of these are going to be posted inside the Sniper Den, inside the Discord. We're giving out these setups every single day. Okay, and last but not least, here is a setup on Cardano ADA, which I posted as well earlier in the Discord. Again, this follows all of our confluences. You can see that we are in an uptrend because we closed above this high, right? This major liquidity point that we had closed above, right? Creating a higher high, and now I'd be looking for a higher low. So in this case, since we're not in a very clear uptrend, right? We just broke the previous highs. This would be considered a market structure shift. So if you're in a downtrend like this and you see a strong move up, breaking this high, then now you can look for long positions as well. And even if we go on a 12-hour time frame, you can see that we've grabbed liquidity, which I'll be getting into in one moment. This would be the second entry model using Sniper Entry Pro. Look at this displacement, right? Huge bullish candles leaving behind fair value gaps. And we also have a ton of support confluence in this zone right here, a ton of liquidity that I can see price coming down to and sweeping, right? Something like this. Right, we sweep these lows, head up again, maybe even come down here, and our second entry, sweep these lows and continue up. So again, all of our confluences are met. I'll be looking to see if the oscillator is in the oversold zone as price approaches this area. So very, very simple to spot setups when you know what to look for. Now let's talk about the second way to enter using Sniper Entry Pro, which is via liquidity sweeps. Right, so if you are in a ranging market, or even if you have a major swing point, now this can be a time-based level, like a session high or a session low. I don't use time all that much when I'm trading, to be honest. I mainly look at price action. I look at the levels on the screen. So if I see that we have a major swing low, right, prices may be going up, and then I see something like this where we sweep this low, right, swing failure pattern. You guys know I love swing failure patterns. And reclaim this level, this is when you'd be looking for the 1-2, with that being the first wave up, and then look for a retrace into that sniper entry zone for that third wave up. Now this is also a failure and reclaim, but with the confluences that we're going to be using with the break of structure and displacement, waiting for the retrace, all in all, this setup hits more often than not. However, you won't find these setups as often as the trend continuation, so keep that in mind. So here on ADA, you can see we swept this liquidity. This had been our previous low. Even if we go on to like a daily time frame, this is a very key point on our chart here. You can also use previous week high and lows to identify these points as well. So up to you how you want to find these levels. I like to just look at the chart and I can tell where they are. Again, we swept these lows. We saw that deviation, right? Oscillator oversold. We reclaimed that zone, and it looks like we already had a retest actually. Like this would be a retest right here. In this case, it's on a lower time frame, but we did sweep these lows, and then we saw that retrace right into our sniper entry zone, right into our golden pocket. We did see that break of structure to the upside right around here. We also saw a displacement, right? Multiple bullish candles leaving behind fair value gaps that didn't get totally filled until right here. And then we can target these highs, and we went much higher. So when you're trading based off of the liquidity sweep 1-2, you can target the external liquidity, meaning you don't have to take profit so quickly. You can target these external liquidities over here for some massive risk to reward, right? If we had taken that trade, something like this, and target the external liquidity up here, almost 5 risk to reward for your TP1. So this is another great way to trade using the 1-2 setup. Again, this is a little bit more advanced. You need to know what to look for. Not as simple as the trend continuation, and you won't get as many setups, but these, in my opinion, do have a higher probability of hitting because you're trading a swing failure pattern, but you're waiting for the optimal retest. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If this helped you out at all, make sure to leave a like on this video and tell me down in the comment section below. If you have any more questions regarding Sniper Entry Pro, ask away in our Sniper Den category inside of the Discord. More education and resources coming soon to help you guys out. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next video.